Yeah.
So you did enough drama that you decided when you went to school, you were like, I'm going to study acting.
No, I didn't study acting.
Oh, what?
No.
Such a left turn.
I know. No, I loved doing it. And actually, my friend Lena in college deserves a lot of credit because she noticed I was feeling a little sad sophomore year.
Oh.
And she was like, I think you should start doing plays again.
Yeah.
So I started doing plays again my sophomore year of college.
Where did you go to college?
I went to Penn in Philly.
For what?
I studied romance languages.
Oh, like the love languages. I'm a big fan of words of affirmation.
I am acts of service. And
really?
gifts. Yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I feel like ladies tend to the acts of service gift side, and men are all about that touch.
Touch,
fucking
quality
pigs.
time.
Yeah.
Words of affirmation.
Is that what you mean, though? Like stuff like that?
Like,
or what do you mean by romance? What does that even entail?
So romance languages are just Latin-based languages. So Portuguese, Italian, Spanish, and French.
Oh.
And then in the...
I'm an idiot.
No, you're not. No,
I was way off.
You'd be surprised. I say romance languages. People are like, wait, what?
Yeah. Is there a definition, a defining term, or how do you define romance languages?
They're languages that are based on Latin, basically.
Why do they call it that then?
Roman. It's based on Roman thing.
Thanks for spelling that out.
Yeah.
I studied math. I was with your parents.
Latin is from the Romans. But
why'd you want to go to Penn? That's so far away.
Oh yeah, I wanted to leave.
You want to get the fuck out.
Exactly. I applied to UCs. Didn't open a single envelope from any of the UCs.
Oh, nice use of that admission fee, application fee.
I had to apply, just in case I didn't make it to the East Coast. But
so you're just gunning for the East Coast in general, as far away as possible.
Bold. I was thinking about NYU as well, but I ended up going to Penn. I liked Penn a lot. It was in a city, but it wasn't as overwhelming as New York. Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Nice.
It was really fun.
Yeah, I've heard great things. My new roommate grew up in Philadelphia.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Shout out to Ray Gordon. Okay, so you're at Penn, you're studying romance languages, and then you have a little sophomore slump where you're like, let me get back into plays.
I did a play called The House of Yes, which is about a super dysfunctional family, and I got to play a girl who had a weirdly incestuous relationship with her twin brother and is mentally unstable and is obsessed with Jackie O. And
that gave you the buzz.
Gave me that bug back. So it was a really fun part.
It sounds like
it takes place over Thanksgiving when her brother brings home his girlfriend.
Oh.
And she was like, no,
not acceptable.
Yeah.
He's mine.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very good play.
Have they made that into a movie?
Yes, they have.
Okay.
Parker Posey played that part.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a cool play.
And was that at Penn or was that just in the city?
It was at Penn. And it was with one of the student groups there. I did plays mostly with extracurricular theater groups. So
okay. I was going to say
there were different types. It wasn't within the theater major because I think.
But they do have a theater major.
They do have a theater major. Yeah. I didn't want to do it.
Right. Mm-hmm. You got romance languages.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do acting professionally, so I didn't want my degree to be in theater.
Did you have an idea of what you did want to do at that time, or what you plan to do with those languages?
When I first got to Penn, I thought I'll be an art history major and maybe I'll become a curator. And then I started taking French in order to be able to read primary source material in the original language. But I then realized that I wasn't that interested in that. And I liked taking French. And then I thought, well, I really have no idea what I'm going to do. But in the back of my head, I think I always knew I wanted to be an actor. I didn't have the guts.
You were just trying to scratch that, dip your toe out and see if that's felt right, but it didn't.
Yeah, and then I think that it was really the beginning of my senior year. I was interviewing with some other places. Like I was pretty far down the road with Anheuser-Busch, actually.
Oh.
For their management program. It was AB and Bev at that point, but
we'll bleep that out since they're not the beer sponsor.
Yeah. But I realized, and I was sitting in that final interview with them. It was a group interview in St. Louis. There were 5 candidates, 5 top guys in the company, and one of the guys just basically said to me, like, "What are you doing here?" And
what was your answer?
I mean, I probably some BS, and he could tell. And I didn't get the job. And I told myself, if I don't get this job, I'm going to go to acting school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you graduated with the romance language degree. Did you like love being on the East Coast when you were in school? Were you just like going crazy, being free?
I lived in New York afterwards. I miss New York all the time.
Okay. But you were like, I'm free from everything in Pasadena. Now I can be myself.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, I just feel like life on the East Coast is a little bit different. I've never really felt like a California girl.
Oh. Sure.
Not that everyone from California speaks that way. It just,
Yeah.
sometimes I find myself speaking that way.
And Penn is complete opposite of that. They're probably like prim and proper.
No, not even really. It's just there's a lot of kids from New York. A lot of kids from New York at Penn. It's just a different vibe.
Just chill. Chill.
It was really fun, and I loved every minute of it.
Gotcha.